Welcome back to the Williams Bros podcast. Finally, I am Silent Magic. I am with Sir Darius in the new background,
Sure.
the new camera.
How long has it been now since the last one?
November?
Week week 9 of the NFL season.
About it was like November. So yeah, life be life in sometimes. So, but how you doing?
Doing good. I'm ready to have a better bracket than you, for sure.
On paper, it will probably be better than my bracket,
On
but
paper,
yeah,
I have a couple picks that are nah. I don't know.
I
Actually, I
got
don't know.
I got some.
Think about the NBA this year. I feel like there's just great competition. Actually, you
Yeah,
know, other than like maybe like Cavs and Heat and Celtics and Magic. But other than
yeah.
that, like everything's like
I
very
feel
very
like
close.
I feel like the Heat can make it competitive, but we'll get to it. We'll get to it.
Hey, you know how I feel about the Cavs in the playoffs.
Yeah, I know.
They're just so good this
I'm
year.
try-
They're like they just like went up a level compared to how they usually are in the regular season. Like they're usually just like regular season merchants,
Mhm.
but I feel like this year they finally like figured something out. You know, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, yeah. Um, how much of the regular season have you watched throughout the year?
A fair amount. I mean, and also doing fantasy basketball, you just kind of know,
Mm-hmm.
especially when you're as tuned into it as much as I was. You know, like actually like looking at who's doing well and who's where, stuff like that. But you've probably watched more than me, especially Rockets games. I
Mm-hmm.
know you've probably watched every Rockets game. So
I would say close to every game. There were some days where I was like out, like at a friend's house or
yeah,
something, and I was like tuned into the game but not watching. Or if it's a Nuggets game, I can't watch because blackout. So, um, but yeah, I mean, I watch. Yeah, that's a lot of watching. But like speaking of like the fantasy, I'm saying we should also give the viewers a little info on that too.
I had 6 total losses, including playoffs, in the entire year, and you had what 3 of those losses? Four. You beat me 3 times in the regular season, and then you beat me in the championship. I
Yeah.
only had one other loss, and that was it.
It
And it's like
was
every time I play you, it's like my team just like is nowhere near as good as it is any other time. They
yeah.
always start fooling it, bro. Either they start playing a little bit worse, or like players get injured. But I know you had your fair share of injuries too when we played.
Yeah.
But it's just like, ah.
It was
But
just I just had like
the Sengun and Dyson Daniel trade actually like ruined my season.
yeah.
I traded Dyson Daniels and Sengun for Jalen Brunson, who was injured at the end of the year and
Hmm.
missed like all the playoffs except like the last week when I was already down by like 400 points.
Yeah.
And I also got Porzingis out of that trade, who also was suffering through like sickness at the end of the year. He wasn't even injured; he was just sick.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what the sickness was, but he's good now. Apparently, I mean,
Hmm.
pretty sure he's playing game one. He was playing at the end of the year. He's playing pretty well, but then he kept taking like extra breaks too, even though he came back.
They already
So it
clinched
must have
second
been like a
seed,
really
so they probably
bad,
were just like, you could just rest more.
right. It was probably just like a really bad sickness. But
Hmm.
I'm happy that he's okay for like his own sake.
Yeah,
Obviously,
hundred
not my
percent.
fantasy basketball sake because that's over. But
Yeah, and for my season in general, like I would say, like there was a point where I did get a whole bunch of injuries, and I had a whole like I think I had a 3 game losing streak at one point during the regular season. There was a point where I was thinking if I was even going to make the playoffs, bro. For a sec, I was
the playoff race was really good
yeah,
for like a long time, but then you know every other team just started falling off. Like,
I
what was the team that fell off? Like Abe's team fell off,
yeah, he was one of my competition,
but
and I beat
he was
him.
like you and Abe kind of at one point
Yeah,
fighting for that spot.
me beating him was the solidifier for him not making it. And then also I got some key wins from teams that weren't gonna make it to help me out too, which was very nice. Um, and then my team just pulled away at the end of the season, and then just carried the momentum. I was scared about my semi matchup though for a second because that was it like an 8 game winning streak.
For Brent, the crazy thing about that is that was like his worst like 2 weeks, and then
It was.
of course for his third place match, his team went crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I
his team
still beat
actually
it
might have had
though.
like he still beat it.
Yeah.
Uh, I remember at a certain point he was like cooking both of those.
Yeah, he was. But then I
It's
think
just
my team became
unfortunate,
fully
bro.
healthy again because I did was a couple people, and I was like shuffling my injury report like crazy. But yo, me picking
I
up,
just I just lost all my best players.
yeah,
I shouldn't. I didn't even deserve to make it to the championship with all those injuries. Because I got lucky because Shea Day stopped updating her lineup like at
yeah,
all.
yeah,
She had Kyrie in her starting lineup. You know,
yeah,
she was not paying attention anymore. Even though, like, if she did pay attention and actually like edited her lineup, she low key may have won the whole thing. Like
dang.
seriously, or Cordell with Jokic, but Cordell never touched it once.
I
He didn't
know.
even know he had a team. I had to tell him he had a team. But like, it just sucks, bro. I had so like Brunson, Cunningham, LeBron, Anthony Davis, Porzingis, all of them are my best players, and all of them faced injuries in the playoffs. Especially when I played you,
Yeah.
and then when Cade Cunningham and Brunson finally came back, it was just too late. Like there was like no way I could come back.
Hmm.
But I was still holding some kind of hope until that last day when I had like 7 injuries. I was like, all right, bro. Like I was down. I think I was down 200 points,
It was yeah.
right, going into
You
the
were trying
last
to bring
day.
it back.
It's possible to come back from a 200-point lead because you can beat somebody in fantasy basketball by 200 points in one day. Like it's
Yeah.
very possible.
Yeah.
All I needed was like AD to go off again, like LeBron to go off, Brunson, Cade Cunningham, 4 people that could easily go off, and Porzingis and Mark Williams. All of these people can like get 50 plus if they really wanted to. So it was possible, but as soon as I saw that it was over with, bro. Because what Davion Mitchell,
Hey, Davion Mitchell cooked in that playing
Mari
game.
Kamara, they're all good. Even Kevin Porter got hurt. I picked up Kevin Porter because he started going crazy.
Yeah, I know.
And then he didn't play the last game, where I was so sick.
It was just
He's
resting
playing today, right?
purposes. Yeah, he's playing.
I mean, I saw.
He's. I mean, like
We're starting this recording during the Bucks and Pacers game, and the
third
Bucks are
quarter.
getting
Yeah, they're getting clapped.
right now. So, I
Um,
mean, they still have
last
a
time I
chance
saw,
to
he had
come
like
back.
6 points. And that was like
That's great.
in third
He's
quarter.
been consistently getting like 20 points.
Yeah, I know. I mean, they were putting TJ McConnell
Well,
on him when I saw him playing, and TJ McConnell was scrappy as ever. So
that's true.
that was definitely like a good play. But he's not guarding him right now, and he just drew a foul.
Okay. Well, where do you want to start, East or West?
I started in the West when I did it. So I might as well start in
I
the
bet
West.
everybody did.
Yeah, so let's just start in the West. Let's start with the Thunder.
Oh,
And,
but before we start, my bad.
okay.
Is there anything you wanted to say about your fantasy team specifically?
Oh, picking up
Before we
Quentin
move on?
Grimes was the best thing I ever did. I would not have beaten Brent's team without picking up Q Grimes. I don't know who dropped him. Someone had him and dropped him, and I was so happy.
I know Nico dropped him.
That's
for sure. Nico, the best owner ever.
Yeah, the best owner. Yeah.
He's definitely the best,
You didn't
bro.
see that game yesterday, bro? They were cooking.
Who wouldn't trade Luca in that situation? I know I would. You should have
Yo,
traded
should I
Luca
trade
for
Luka
AD.
for AD with you? Yeah, I should have might as well. Like,
You should have.
My best
it would have been
player
great for you.
for your probably
It
top
would have been. It would have been
4.
perfect for you. It would have been the perfect trade. It would have been the best decision you ever made. But you didn't do it. I don't know
Oh
why.
man, yeah, it'd be like that all the
But yeah,
time.
Thunder and Grizzlies. Thunder and Grizzlies. So.
I mean, there's nothing really
Yeah,
much
you're
to
right.
talk
That Tony
about.
Grimes. Tony Grimes stuff. Seriously.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
snapping, bro. I was so happy, and then I picked up Justin Edwards because he had a couple good games too. So it's just like easy as pie. But yeah, I had a lucky team also. Um, I felt like a lot of my team was drafted, so it was pretty good with that. And also
My
Rockets
team wasn't.
bias helped because no one was picking the Rockets players. Ahmed Thompson was my steal of the draft. I drafted him
What round did you get him in?
8th round.
8th round. You also going against a bunch of bots.
But no one was gonna.
A lot of people didn't even try.
Yeah, but no one's gonna pick Ahmed Thompson because of my Rockets bias. I thought I picked him high to be honest, too early at the time.
In the 8th round, I might have picked him in the 8th round.
Yeah, you might have, but you folded.
8th round's pretty late. I don't know. Like,
yeah, it is late. But well, yeah, let's start with this. Let's do this Thunder Grizzlies game.
yeah.
Nothing really much to say. Ja's knee could be a factor. Either way, it wouldn't really made a difference if he was 100% healthy.
It don't matter, bro. We both picking the Thunder.
200% healthy. It didn't matter if they had like every great player in Grizzlies history. Probably, yeah, I don't think it would have mattered against this Thunder team.
I mean, that might be a stretch.
All right, who's the starting 5?
All time Grizzlies, bro.
Oh, who's the starting 5?
I don't know. You got Mark Gasol. You got my boy Zach Randolph.
You picking Chet or Zach?
Didn't they have Vince Carter too? That AI too.
At that moment,
AI. I don't know, bro. That Grizzlies team might be cooking the Thunder now. Bro. I'm just saying.
Bro, you talking about old AI and older Vince Carter, bro. Like,
wait, an older who? Vince Carter?
Yeah.
Where's the drop her at?
Yeah, but
that's a crazy trio
right now.
That's a crazy trio.
Okay, bro.
Ja, Zach Randolph, and Mark Gasol. That's crazy.
You picking Chet or you picking Zach?
Huh?
You picking Chet or Zach?
Chet?
Yeah, Chet, because he's power forward, or Zach. Who you picking in that matchup?
Zach.
Okay.
Right?
I was just asking. I had no judgment. I was just asking.
Chet wouldn't be able to guard him. He would just get bodied. And then who's gonna guard Mark Gasol then? Jalen Williams?
They have my heart.
No, Chet would have to guard Mark.
I had the eye heart on.
Yeah. They don't have. I guess Hartenstein could guard him.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like,
anyways,
I think Hartenstein would be better against Zach Randolph than Chet would because he has more mass.
Yeah, 100%.
Zach Randolph is just like a bully.
Like Şengün just be bullying Chet Holmgren, so.
Right.
We both have the Thunder, if you couldn't tell. But how many in 5? I do have it in 5 as well.
105.
Yeah, it feels like the Grizzlies can't take a game. Probably like a game 3, but like I'm not really expecting much more.
Yeah. If they do win one of their first 2 games, that'd be kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't be like crazy because the Grizzlies are good, but it would be like unexpected, you know?
Yeah.
Because the Thunder have just been so good. Like they're like one of the best teams that we've seen in like a decade.
Yeah.
Since like the Warriors.
Since the Warriors team, yeah, that was the last time a Warriors team had this good of a record. Is there like a player that you're like if this Grizzly player will be like going crazy, like they will have like a game 6 or game 7 on their hands?
I don't know, maybe like Aldama or something.
Aldama?
I think like Aldama to go off.
Yeah. Okay.
Obviously, they need Jaren Jackson and Ja to do well
Yeah.
to be able to win. But if there's like a person that can just like drop like 20 pretty consistently, that'll like help him a lot. It'd be like a dollar or something.
Hmm.
What
All right. Next one. We
do
got
you think?
who I think. I mean, I still haven't been liking what I've been seeing from him, but like he needs to like just contribute more in general with Zach Edey, um, on
Oh
a
yeah,
consistent level. Like if he can like stay out of foul trouble, one because him and Jaren Jackson get in foul trouble every single game. Like just stay out of foul trouble and be able to just at least get like a double double. Like that's just serviceable enough. Like him just like having silent games is just not gonna help the Grizzlies at all.
do you think it's like a coaching thing for the Grizzlies? Or what?
In what regard?
Like the reason why they're last seed right now?
Well, I mean, they made the coaching change, so I mean, something obviously that wasn't working at that moment for them. I feel like
You know?
I feel like it doesn't really affect them as much as
Okay.
it could, like in other situations, like the other, like
What if they
the
had
Nuggets.
JJ
The
Redick?
Nuggets firing is a little different for me.
The
Um,
Nuggets firing was crazy to me. I did not expect that.
yeah, like that one's a lot different because at least like that one was like 5 games before the regular season ended. Like it was wild.
Now
um,
they got Coach Jokic.
Coach Yoke, yep,
You see him on a sideline. You see him on a sideline drawing up plays.
yeah. We'll also might as well just get into that series now. The Clippers and Nuggets matchup.
Yeah.
What do you feel about this matchup?
Healthy Kawhi, Nuggets are cooked. Clippers in 6.
Wait, what?
I said you got a healthy Kawhi. The Nuggets are cooked. Clippers in
Oh,
6.
okay. I like that.
The Clippers are tough. I don't
I
know if I know you've been seeing them recently. Ever since like the All Star break, the Clippers have been like
ever since they've been healthy.
top tier.
um, but yeah, I mean, I live in Denver, but I can't pick them in this series. Like firing their coaches and stuff. Like I understand because they were talking about Jalen Pickett, and I like Jalen Pickett because Penn State. So like giving him
Yep.
more PT was like, oh yeah, that's like I like that. But over Russell Westbrook too, like it's kind of like a hard decision to do that. So it's like I understand both sides of it, but it's interesting like how everything it's transpired. Um, but yeah, I think I have it not in 6, but I do have it in 7. Because it's you still got the best player in the world on the other side. Um, it's
Yeah.
obviously going to be some trials and tribulations with that. Big Zoo, obviously a stand straight defender. I'm not sure how much he can
It would
play with him.
it would also be really nice to see Shea versus Jokic in a series this year too. Just
Yes,
because.
it would be.
So if the Nuggets end up winning and the Thunder end up winning, I'd still be happy just because we get to see that, and that's
Yeah,
cinema.
but I'll talk about the Clippers more like in the next round and stuff. But like they got a lot of good players on their team that I would break down more. But we'll get into that in the next round. Let's go the Wolves and Lakers matchup. This one's a very like interesting one for me because obviously the star power goes to the Lakers. Um,
Right.
though,
Well, I mean, the Wolves got Rudy Gobert.
will you say consider him in 2025 a star player?
Yeah, he's a bigger star than LeBron. He's a bigger star than
Okay,
Luca.
okay,
Rudy
yeah,
Gobert.
okay, yeah. I mean,
The man that
in the
started COVID.
Clippers. I mean, not the Clippers. In the Nuggets Wolves game 7, yeah, for sure. You saw that fadeaway he shot at baseline.
Yeah,
It was him.
I remember that. That was crazy. I forgot about that.
um, but I feel like the Wolves have like way more depth, and it's going to be hard to get. Like, I mean, you're going to get the switches for Luca on Rudy Gobert, obviously, and that's going to help them a lot.
Barbecue chicken.
Yeah. However, you can't just rely on that on a full 7 game series. And I don't know what
I
else the
mean,
Lakers could like fully do.
AR-15 on Rudy Gobert too. He's cooked.
I mean, yeah, but like, I just don't see. I don't see that style. Like I've been seeing with the Rockets with James Harden doing that. I don't see that like happening.
I mean, the Rockets really would have beat that Warriors team if they kept Chris
Well,
Paul. You know.
you don't know what happens in this series. We can't say that. But like I think
I'm
the
the one
Wolves just have been like the Wolves also have just really good defenders in general. Like they could probably try to work on not getting the switch and just like stay on their person. Um, so for those reasons, and also I've been seeing LeBron recently in general. Like he just looks so old sometimes. And it's so hard to like see that sometimes. I'm like, man, that's not what I've been seeing like a decade ago.
But they got Luca.
Yeah, but he hasn't been
You
looking
give him a
that
little.
great
You give him.
recently. Like he had a great
You
game
give him a
against the Mavs, but like
Yeah, but now it's the playoffs. He knows, bro. He
he
knows.
does. He is a playoff riser.
He's a playoff riser, even though he's one of the best regular season players. It's not easy to do. I mean, we
I
saw
don't
what
know.
happened last year. You know?
We haven't even talked about just Anthony Edwards in general though too. Like, he's gonna get
Yeah.
his. Who's gonna guard him? Who's gonna guard him with the Lakers?
Nobody. But then you can say the same thing about Luca too. So it's like whatever.
What do you mean? You got a V8.
At that
He can
point,
try his best. Not V8. What's his name?
who?
Um, why can't I think of his name right now? I'm tripping. Oh well. Not the kid Alexander Walker, but I can't think of his name. Oh well. But I got Wolves in 6. I feel like
Jalen McDaniels.
yeah, Jaden McDaniels. Yes.
Uh, nah, he can't guard Luca, bro. No one can guard Luca.
No, again.
That's like asking someone to guard like Jokic. Like no one can guard Jokic either. It doesn't matter how good of a defender you are. They're just like better.
Yeah.
Like because they play so like different.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. 100%. But I got Wolves in 6 though.
Moving 6.
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Lakers in 5.
And 5.
Lakers in 5.
Okay. Interesting. We'll see how it goes.
I'm not a big Wolves guy. I'm not gonna lie. I know like Ant has some crazy potential, but in terms of like skill, but I feel like every year whenever I see the Timberwolves play, I'm just like, I don't know. It looks like Ant has a lot to learn, even though like he is so like gifted. I guess it comes with like more experience in playing in the NBA, especially in the playoffs. But he might prove me wrong. Maybe this is the year where like Ant finally like taps into that. You know that like.
I mean, they made it to the Western Finals last year.
Man.
What? What do you mean? It's facts.
You're right. Yeah, but now they just have a different team. They don't have Cat.
Yeah, I know.
Cat was like their best player, you know. And what? Now they have Julius Randle. We all know how we feel about Julius Randle in the playoffs. So I don't know.
No,
I think they should have kept Cat. I don't think that was. I think that trade was like not as bad as the Luka one, obviously, but it was like one of the worst.
When that
trades,
trade happened at the time, we reacted like, wait, what? Basically.
Yeah, when Cat got traded for Julius Randle, I mean, DiVincenzo, I like DiVincenzo a lot too, but his peak was like with the Knicks,
Yeah,
just because like those were his guys. You know, they just had great
yeah.
chemistry. You know, and then they just got rid of him. I
Hmm.
think that was just so stupid.
Yeah, 100%.
It was. I think it was bad for the Knicks too. I think the Knicks should have kept their team. Honestly, no, it's not bad for the Knicks. They got Cat.
Nah, they got Cat. They got rid of Julius
It
Randle.
was, wasn't that the Knicks? The Knicks honestly needed something like that. The Wolves
Yeah.
did not need someone like Julius Randle, who is like infamous for doing bad in the playoffs. You know,
Hmm.
I don't know. Yeah,
Uh,
but I'm ready to go on to the next one.
yeah, let's
The
go
next
on.
one's a little spicy.
Yeah, let's go on to the next one.
I'm assuming you
My
picked the Rockets, right?
huh?
I'm assuming you picked the Rockets.
Well, let's just give them what they need to hear. Like my Houston
I'm just assuming you
Rockets
picked the Rockets.
going
Okay.
against the arch rivals of the old arch rivals of the Golden State Warriors in the Rockets' first playoff game in 5 years. It's been a lot of pain and agony, and I'm so excited. And yes, there is. I obviously picked the Rockets to win this series. The Warriors do not have enough
I
pieces.
obviously picked the Warriors.
The Warriors do not have enough pieces to play against the Rockets at all.
People said
Um,
that back in 2022 too
with what?
with the Warriors.
Look,
Did they not?
did you not see what Ahmed Thompson did on Steph Curry?
Oh, I saw it. You don't think they're gonna be prepared for that?
Ahmed, it don't
You don't
matter
think
with
Steph
Ahmed.
Curry? You don't think Steph Curry can make adjustments? Steph Curry, bro.
Ahmed Thompson. No, I'm not saying that Ahmed's gonna do that every single game. However, it's still going to disrupt Steph Curry a lot. 100%.
Yeah, but then they got Jimmy, playoff Jimmy, bro.
All right, we got Dylan Brooks.
Dylan Brooks is not stopping Jimmy Butler,
Okay,
bro. I don't care what
bro.
you
Okay,
say.
okay,
Dylan Brooks is not doing nothing.
bro. Who's gonna guard Sengun?
Who's gonna go send you in? I don't know. Nobody.
Like Draymond can do whatever he wants, but we also got Jalen Green. AirPods is not guarding him like that.
AirPods.
um. Also, the Rockets are just overall a deep team. There's like 1 through 12 could get quality minutes, but it's the playoffs, so they're not. But we got a deep
I
bench.
just feel like your biggest nightmare, Steph Curry, is gonna show you again why he's
No,
your
he's
biggest
not.
nightmare.
He's not doing it again. It's over. It's a new era. It's new players.
It's not
It's
over, bro.
It's over. The
It's
Warriors are
You
not
can't-
winning. The Warriors are not
can't
winning.
count Curry out, bro. But how many games do you have it in?
Huh?
How many games do you have it in? Because I have it in 7.
6.
6? You think it's gonna be 6?
Yes.
You think they're only gonna get 2?
Yes. The Rockets have a deep team.
Yeah, and they're all inexperienced too.
No, they're not
Dylan
all.
Brooks.
They're not all inexperienced, bro.
So who's experienced in the playoffs on their team?
Fred, champion.
That's true. They do have Van Vliet. That's right.
Dylan Brooks
Who?
has. Dylan Brooks.
I already
has
said Dylan Brooks.
experience. Steven Adams has experience.
But Steven Adams isn't doing anything, bro. But who's the second
What
person
do you
that you
mean
said?
Steven Adams doesn't do anything? It's the double big lineup of Steven Adams and Shane Goon has been the best in the league. They've been getting positive every single time.
I didn't hear the second person you said. I'm trying to ask you.
There wasn't a second person. I said Dylan Brooks. I said he was an NBA champion, Fred VanVleet.
Oh, okay.
But Steven Adams, he's a very impactful person on this Rockets team. I watch every single game. He's he's like the top 3 most impactful people on the game, not scoring. Like without the scoring input, bro. It's wild. He impacts the game a lot. His experience is gonna be
Is
big.
Kuminga playing, or is he just hurt again?
He's playing. He's healthy.
All right, because I saw something about like the Warriors like talking about like getting rid of him next year, which makes sense. But
Wait, who?
Kuminga.
Oh no, he's playing. He's been playing for he played the last few
No, I know.
games.
I'm saying I saw something about the Warriors probably gonna like part ways with him
It depends on how much
next
money
year.
he gets, because he's gonna be a restricted free agent. So if a team gives him a certain amount of money the Warriors don't want to pay, he might leave. But they can match whatever offer because he's restricted.
I don't know. I'm just saying that just don't count out like my guy Moses Moody. Don't count out GP2.
Bro, they're not doing anything.
I don't know, bro.
They're not doing anything.
Count
We're not worried about them. All right.
Yeah, I know you're worried about Curry and Butler though. That's a crazy duo.
No, we'll be fine.
That might be one of the craziest duos we've seen.
We got too many pieces, bro. We got too many pieces, bro.
And a lot of them are really young, bro, and a lot of them don't know what it's like to play against Steph Curry in the playoffs.
Jalen Green deactivated Instagram.
And you know who does know how to play against Steph Curry in the playoffs? You know who does know how to play Steph Curry in the playoffs? All those vets you mentioned. They all took L's to him.
Nope, not Fred.
All right, whatever. He was in the East.
And he took the dub. He took the dub.
Yeah, you're right. Ow. You're talking about Fred VanVleet. Like he was the one that he won Finals MVP or something, bro. We all know it was Kawhi, bro. We all know.
Everyone also knows that when he had his baby, that he went crazy after he had his baby.
We all know. Low key, Kawhi has always been like the best hooper, bro, in the NBA. Low key, he really has been. He's good.
Well, trust me, I understand that 100%. Let's go shift over to the East.
Okay.
A much easier time for the most part.
Before we move on, I want to just say our differences. So we both have the Thunder and Clippers, but then in the next part of the bracket, you have Wolves and Rockets, and I have Lakers and Warriors. And we all know Lakers and Warriors is way more cinema. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. Lakers and Warriors, that's cinema, bro. We all want to see Curry
because they're big
we all want
markets.
To see Curry versus
because
LeBron,
they're big markets,
bro.
obviously.
All want to see Curry versus LeBron. You know. Who doesn't want that? You know the NBA.
But you know, Coach Udoma wants that. He goes on Demon Time, and we like playing spoiler. So.
Who does? The Rockets.
Coach Ime Udoka.
What?
Coach Ime Udoka.
Oh. Yeah.
All
right, I'm ready to move on.
All right.
I just wanted to give a little update. Recap.
Yeah, and this one might be a little bit more similar. We'll see. But let's start with the Cavs versus the Heat. Heat.
Yeah.
The Heat looked pretty good in
with the play-in.
The play-in. Looked pretty
with
good.
The OT against the play-in team.
What are you talking about?
You know, they went the OT.
Against who?
Against the Hawks.
Bro, they look good.
They ain't doing nothing, bro. I love the Heat, but they ain't doing nothing. They're not gonna win.
I never said they're gonna win.
Unless Andrew Wiggins, for some reason, plays the way he was expected to play when he first came into the league.
Or what about when the Warriors won? Can he play at least like that?
No, he can't play just like that. He has to play way better than that. We all know that was Curry. That was Curry's year, bro. Like, seriously.
What do you mean? That was NBA All-Star Andrew Wiggins.
I know. Andrew Wiggins definitely played well. But yeah, he went to the All-Star game because there were injuries. Come on.
That's not true.
Yeah. He was not the first selection.
He wasn't starter, obviously.
He was a replacement. He was a step-in.
That's what they all say. They hate.
But I mean, I like Andrew Wiggins. I mean, I had him on my fantasy team.
Yeah.
No, I had to keep dropping him over him getting hurt.
Yeah.
But he's good. He has his moments
Hmm.
where he just like goes off. I mean, I think this year he had his didn't he have his career high this year when he went to the Heat?
Um,
I think he had a career high. He had like 40 plus game.
he might
I
have.
remember he had like went crazy.
I mean, you wouldn't know.
But like the Cavs, the thing about the Cavs is that every single year we're always disappointed. You know,
They like to
like either
convert.
like Donovan Mitchell just like doesn't play well, or like which is what he's done like his whole career in the playoffs basically,
Hmm.
or I don't know, like they don't even really get injured. They just like stop playing well. But I feel like they still have like the same core that they've had for like 4 5 years. They have so much chemistry at this point. There's no way they're losing to Tyler Hero. You know what I mean? I had the Lakers. I mean, I not the Lakers. What the heck? I got the Cavs in five. Whenever I say a team in five, I just think about Shannon Sharp saying Lakers in five.
Yeah.
Right? But I got the Cavs being the Heat for sure, like five. Maybe not even five. It might be a sweep.
Okay. Um,
I want
I just think Eric Spoelstra is just one of those coaches that would at least get two. I don't think he's getting swept. I think they'll win at least two though. Because the Cavs, like you said, they always don't really rise up to the occasion they should in the playoffs. And I think it will be a little bit of a rough start for them in the first round, but they'll pick it up.
I think I'm not sure, bro. I'm not sure. They've been so awesome.
I know
They
Sam
just need to lock
Merrill,
in.
Ty Jerome, DeAndre Hunter getting being traded there was like one of the best trades in the trade deadline. Um, they definitely have a deep team, and they're definitely ready for any occasion um, coming up. But I think that the Heat, I just believe in the Heat because they always prove everyone wrong with what they be doing and what they accomplish. So
That's true. That was with Jimmy Butler.
there was even points when Jimmy Butler was hurt sometimes, and they would still get it done.
We talking about the regular season? I'm talking about
There
playoff
was
history.
sometimes in the playoffs, like there. I think there was there a point in the playoffs when he got hurt? Not for like a whole series or anything, but like a game or two.
Maybe.
I don't know. I could be yapping, but I still think it's six. Chloe Ware looks awesome.
I got five, bro. I think five is like my pick for that. That's what I picked on the bracket stuff too.
All right, let's talk about this game that's currently on, which is also currently closer. 107.95, 4 minutes left. It's not looking like the odds are great, but they're attempting to make a
Is
comeback.
Dame playing?
Pacers Bucks.
Is Dame playing?
Oh no, he's not playing.
Okay, I thought so. I heard something about Dame like possibly making a return.
He could come back either game
I don't
two
know
or game
how like
three.
game two or game three.
Mm-hmm.
All right, good. I got the Bucks winning the series. Bucks. I had the Bucks in seven.
I got the Bucks in seven as well. I was kind of scared about this
Uh,
game. I was like, oh boy.
but we have them in seven, so
Yeah.
it's fine. And they don't have Dame yet, so that'll make a huge difference when I have Dame.
Yeah.
I don't know. I never really trusted the Pacers. I never have. I don't think I ever will.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not huge on Halliburton. I'm not very huge on Miles Turner. I'm not very huge on like anyone on their team. You know how I feel about like, what's his name? The rookie from last year.
Shepard?
What am I forgetting? No,
Walker?
no. Hold on. Let me check. I can't believe I forget.
Who else would there be? I'm trying to think. Because if whoever it is, I don't think they played.
Oh, Benedict.
Oh, he was a rookie last year. It was a couple years ago.
That was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
um. But yeah,
They
I
do
understand
have a
that.
pretty solid team, though. Honestly,
Yeah,
like all the way down to their like eighth man, they have a pretty solid team.
yeah, for sure. I just think
And like having Siakam makes a big difference too. I don't, but like, uh,
it's Giannis.
this is my hardest.
It's
This is my
Giannis.
hardest first round pick. I think.
I agree.
I think because I don't know, the Pacers always disappoint me, but they disappoint me even more than the Cavs have. You know, because like they just start playing like
Hey, the
whatever.
Pacers made it to the conference
But like
finals last year.
you said, what?
They made it to the conference finals last year. The
All right, and who do they have to beat?
Celtics. Oh, you mean who they beat previously?
Yeah,
Knicks and Bucks. Knicks and Bucks.
mm, they beat the Bucks last year.
Yeah, but without Giannis, Giannis didn't play.
I remember that now.
Yeah.
Uh,
Gotta give you that context, obviously. um,
I feel like I'm gonna regret picking the Bucks, but I already did it, so
Cause
it
it's
is what it
Doc
is.
Rivers, bro, and Darvin Ham.
Yeah.
But Giannis has been looking really good the last like month and a half though. So it's just like you can't
Giannis
put
is Giannis. Giannis is still like what, top three player in the league.
for
So
sure.
that's why it's hard to go against them.
Hmm.
When like, especially when they're getting Dame back soon. If they get Dame back soon, that's why I did 7. If they had Dame the whole time, I probably would have did like 6.
Yeah.
But you know, their
Yeah.
bench is kind of, you
Yeah.
know.
I mean, Bobby Portis is him though. All right.
Isn't Bobby Porter starting right now?
No, Brooke.
Oh, okay, never mind.
I saw Kuz. I think Kuzma started today.
Oh, that would make sense. Yeah, that would make sense because Giannis forward.
Yeah. All right. Let's go to the next one. Oh, this is a fun matchup right here. The New York Knicks going up against Detroit basketball. This is gonna be a fun game like series to watch. 100%. Kate coming to his first debut in the playoffs. Knicks team that's hungry from last year. It's
Yeah,
it's one of them ones for sure in the East. You don't really say
I
that too
got Cade
often.
in him, bro. I got Cade in him
Okay.
and sick.
Okay.
I
Okay. They are nice, 100%.
feel like I'm going to regret that just because they don't have much experience. It's like the Rockets,
Mm-hmm.
but worse in terms of experience. They don't have
Yeah.
any vets really. But I just love the Pistons, bro. I can't help it.
Pistons are good.
But Cat and Brunson, I don't know. I look, you want to like change it right now,
Well,
but I got the
okay.
Pistons. It's
Yeah.
too late.
Yeah, it's already
You
too
know,
late.
I got.
I gotta pick the Knicks. You know, it was obvious for me. Knicks are better than the Warriors in my opinion as well. So like,
Knicks are better than the Warriors.
yeah. So like with the experience thing, I think the Knicks are just a better team than the Warriors. So like that going against the experience, like you said about with the Rockets
Well,
thing.
you're also biased
I am, but this is still a
for the
reasoning.
Rockets.
Still a reasoning. Um,
What, that you're a Rockets fan?
no, like what I was saying that the um Knicks are better than the Warriors. Um,
Are
and
they?
yes, yeah, I think so. Um, And I have them in 6. I have the Knicks in 6.
Knicks in 6. I got Pistons in 6,
Yeah.
which is kind of crazy. I should have 7, but it's too late.
um, but yeah, I'm people on Rockets and Pistons Twitter always say that they're going to go against each other in the finals in 2027, and it's looking like that could be a realistic reality.
Wait, who? Wait, which teams?
Rockets and Pistons,
Why?
because they're up and coming teams on the rebuilds, and we've been saying that since we drafted Jalen and Cade. It's been like I think since then, like us two in the finals in 2027.
2027. I think I remember you telling me about that.
Yeah.
I definitely remember that.
It could actually happen. There's a realistic world.
The Pistons. What would the Pistons have to do to go to the finals in 2027? What do you think? You think they'd have to pick someone up, like a vet, maybe?
Potentially, but that's still like another like 2 years down the road. So, like, who would want to go to Detroit?
Maybe they get KD.
I don't think they're really necessarily in the running.
We're forgetting KD.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of crazy if they did though. Who's your small forward?
Asar.
Oh yeah, that's right. They have a good team. I really like their team. And you know I love Duran. That's my guy.
Yeah.
I wish I could have. I would have drafted him if I actually did the draft.
Yeah.
But you know it is. At least I got Cade.
True. Yeah, you did get Cade. All right, let's go. Let's go to potentially the most boring matchup of the whole first round.
The Magic were saying they want Boston. They said we want Boston.
Yeah, they're going to take it in 5 from the Celtics. So
they're gonna take it in 4, bro. No, and also, this might be worse than what happened with the Timberwolves when they won the play-in.
Oh boy,
that 1 year.
Yeah.
Everybody started going crazy.
Yeah,
it might be worse than that. We want Boston. No, you don't. Who wants Boston?
I gave Paolo one sympathy win because he was on my fantasy team.
He is tough.
Yeah.
It would be kind of cool to see Paolo versus Cade Cunningham. It's like those two young players that like don't get a lot of like, press. Just because they're both this like chill people that are kind of just hoopers, like they just want to hoop.
I do think next year will be different with media wise with a lot of teams. I think the Rockets will get more media time. I think the Pistons and also the Magic will get more media time, especially with the Magic being healthy because they were just injured all year this year. But I can see like a healthy Magic team getting more media coverage, but only time will tell.
Yeah, but they're gonna get forgotten again after this first round series. Maybe that series that like nobody watches.
Yeah, it will be. I mean, I'm probably gonna watch every single playoff game. I'm not gonna lie, because I love basketball. Yeah. I mean, do you have anything to say about the Celtics? They're just the same team as last year, but them.
They're just like they're probably gonna go back to back.
It's a realistic shot for sure. It's a realistic shot.
Yeah, they're probably.
All right, let's just like go straight to the second round then.
You want to do East first?
Yeah, we could go backwards. Well, we'll reverse it. So the first one. It would be you with I'm gonna go completely backwards too. We're gonna do for you. Who do you have with the Pistons and Celtics?
The Celtics. And 4.
Yo, you got them curve stopping. What are you doing?
Yeah, man. They did it last year.
Yeah.
Did they not do it last year? I feel like they swept multiple times last year,
Um,
and then they beat the Pacers in like five.
yeah, something like that. And then they won in what? How much did they win in last year? They won in was it six?
What, in the finals?
Yeah, was it six? Was it five?
Either 6 or 5. It might
Yeah,
have been 5.
could have been. I don't remember though. But anyways, yeah. I mean, you have them a sweep. I mean, I have them going against the Knicks. I think there's just overall better talent with all the teams this year, and there hasn't been as many injuries. I mean, Jalen Brunson's. I'm just like he's still like recovering and everything. Um,
I think it's fine. I think they just give him extra time simply
yeah,
because they wanted him good for themselves.
yeah. But I think that like the overall NBA talent is just better. So I think they're just a lot more competitive series this year than previous years. In this case, but I still have the Celtics taking care of business. They just had the better overall talent and star power. Um, so I had them in six.
Okay. I feel
Um,
like see now when you mentioned that, it makes me feel like I should have picked the Knicks because I can see the Knicks doing better against the Celtics. You know, but I guess it kind of everything always differs depending on the matchup. Like
Matchups, yep.
just because just because you beat a certain team doesn't mean that you're gonna have a better or that team that lost is gonna have a worse chance against a different team. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so I
Especially
don't
in the
know.
West.
Yeah, especially in the West with how close that thing is.
Mm-hmm.
Like the playing teams have potential to like make it to the conference finals. You know, when no one's thinking the Magic and Heat are making it to the conference finals.
Yeah.
You know, like they're kind of just kind of here. Welcome to the playoffs. Have fun. You know, go against the Celtics and the Cavs. You know,
100%.
but then on the other side, you have like the two top seeds are both kind of they haven't like proved themselves yet in the
Yeah.
playoffs. Like, yeah, the Thunder may have like one of the greatest records of all time, but like they don't have playoff success
Yeah.
no matter like what we say about them. And the Grizzlies do, you know? So who knows? Maybe the Grizzlies and I even have the Warriors beating the Rockets, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
So like the West is like crazy.
West is stacks for sure. It's definitely tough.
I have the Nuggets losing in the first round. So like
We both
it really
do.
doesn't
We
get
both do. We both pick Clippers.
yeah. I feel like you have the Clippers being the Thunder. Let's talk about that.
Hold on. Let's think about it. Let's think. You said East and West, so we're gonna do
Oh,
that.
my fault.
You know. You know.
Um, Bucks and Cavs. This is weird. This is weird. Oh, but did you even pick your? Oh, you picked the Celtics over the next. But
Yeah.
yeah, Bucks
Yeah.
and Cavs. This is weird because
Yeah. It's a weird one for
you
us.
know I'm very uncertain about both of them.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, that uncertainty, like spoiler alert, I don't think anyone's beating the Celtics, bro. Like genuinely, it's gonna have to be someone in the West to beat the Celtics.
Yes.
But
I agree.
I had the Cavs going to the Eastern Conference Finals against the Celtics. I have them beating the Bucks. I don't think the Bucks are going to be able to handle the Cavs at all. And like matchup wise, they actually have people that could like guard Giannis.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. Emob,
that's something
Jarrett.
that the Pacers are lacking. You know, I
Mm-hmm.
mean Miles Turner is a good defender, but not for Giannis. But when you
Pascal's good
have
too, but he's kind of small.
right, and then for the Cavs, you have two bigs who are both very good defenders who can both help and move and like Mobley, for example, like what he's probably gonna win defensive player of the year, right?
Should be on man, but it's like,
I
oh no, 100%. That's why I picked the Cavs as well. How much did you? What was your How much did you get them in?
actually don't remember. Since I don't remember, I'll just say now I'll give the Cavs 6.
Okay, I got Cavs in six as well. I think the same thing, but I think the Bucks are still gonna be good. They still got Giannis, but like I think the Cavs just have just a really great defensive team to stop him. If it like out of all the teams, they could definitely do it. Obviously,
Yeah.
Celtics could as well, but um, the Cavs have just a really good team. Donovan Mitchell's been looking real good. Darius Garland has looked way better than he did when he had his injury last year. Bench is really good. They're just really going to step up, I believe, and just go to the conference finals against their Eastern Conference foe, basically, of this year. So, yeah, but let's head on
Right.
to the Western Conference side, and let's actually start with the let's start with our differences. Let's start with your Lakers and
Oh,
Wolves.
that's crazy. Yeah, we have
I mean, no, Lakers
two
and
completely different
Warriors.
maps.
Yeah, let's start with your Lakers and Warriors.
Jeff Curry, Seth Curry, Chicken Curry, Lakers in 5.
I if I would
Who
have,
you gonna put on Luca? Who you gonna put on Luca?
yeah, I know. I mean Jimmy, but like then LeBron's gonna like have
No.
Draymond. But I'm just giving you.
Draymond definitely isn't guarding Luca.
I didn't say that. I said he's going on LeBron.
Draymond's not guarding LeBron either.
He's going Austin Reeves.
And then who's gonna guard Austin Reeves?
That's all, I never said.
People sleep. People sleep on Austin
I
Reeves in the
never.
playoffs.
He's
Austin Reeves. Austin Reeves in the playoffs is
ever
low-key their
since
best
Luca.
player here.
Ever since Luca went to the Lakers, he's elevated his game. It's not like he took a decreased role when Luca got there. He elevated his game. So like he's definitely like shown everyone like he's definitely a player in this league that'll be really focused on and really do your scouting report on.
Even in that time when they first got Luca and Luca was just on the bench watching, and then LeBron got hurt, there was a game when Austin Reeves went absolutely insane.
Mm-hmm.
Like he had like 40 something points or something. Like he was going crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
And like as a third option, that's just like lethal.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
And then they still have like other pieces on their team that are actually fitting. You know, for once, it's like actually fitting.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think the Lakers just have such a great team, like star power and the people that they also have after their stars. You know, I think
Mm-hmm.
they all just fit so well with that team. Hachimura, Vanderbilt, you know, all these guys. Everyone was worried about their centers, but Jackson Hayes is tough, bro. Like he's actually tough.
He's a defensive
We were
liability.
so, but then that's the thing about the Lakers is defensively, that's like that's their problem, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that's gonna play out. I mean, put Vanderbilt on Curry again. Let's see what happens. You know, like it. But
If I were to have
I
if I were to have that, I would have set the same score line and stat line. Lakers in 5.
I definitely like the Lakers over the Warriors.
Yeah.
But then if the Rockets were to play the Lakers, I think it would be a lot different.
Mm-hmm.
You know, at that point, I could actually see the Rockets beating the Lakers, but for some reason, I can't see them beating the Warriors. I don't know why. It's that matchup thing. Like,
Yeah.
but if the Rockets do find a way to beat the Warriors, I'll actually be like, "Ooh, the Rockets might just end up playing the Thunder or the Clippers."
Yeah. And we'll definitely get to that one soon. But like, let's go to my side. When I had the Wolves and the Rockets, obviously, I mean, I think the Wolves won the series, 3-1, I believe, against the Rockets. I could be completely mistaken, but I think that a lot of those games were early in the year. Ahmed was still coming off the bench. Our team wasn't really fully fleshed out where did we wanted it. Savion Evans was still like getting fully recovered from his injuries and stuff. So I think that this team would be just a completely different. Jabari's looked really good off the bench. For the Rockets ever since Ahmed's been starting. Dylan Brooks has probably played the best basketball he's ever played in his career. I think that they could really beat the Wolves. And I had them winning in 6 games. I like I said, I
You
like
know,
both teams are deep, but I think that the Rockets just look like just have the overall talent over them.
you know what's crazy? How I mentioned the matchup thing.
Hmm.
If the Wolves and the Rockets play, I think the Wolves will win. So this is really weird. If the Wolves, I think the Lakers are going to beat the Wolves, but if the Lakers were to play the Rockets, who I think are going to lose to the Warriors, I feel like the Lakers would lose to the Rockets. But then I think the Rockets would lose to the Timberwolves. You know, I think the Lakers would beat the Timberwolves. And then and the Warriors, I feel like the Warriors would. I don't know about the Warriors and Timberwolves. That's weird.
I think I
Honestly,
think the
I
Warriors
think the
could beat the
Timberwolves.
Wolves. To be honest, I
Yeah,
think so. If somehow I picked the Warriors over the Rockets, I would have probably picked the Warriors over the Wolves.
maybe the Warriors are just that better team then at that point. Because I feel like I don't know, but I had the Lakers over the Warriors. So I don't know. I don't know. It's weird.
I
It's weird.
don't know.
But I got the Lakers. And you got the Rockets
The
in the
Rockets just
Western
look
Conference
so
Finals.
good. Like Steven Adams looks so good. Even when Aaron Holiday be shooting like Steph sometimes. He just catches the ball, shoots it, splashes every time. I'm like, what is happening? Why is he doing this? Uncle Jeff Green be coming in randomly and giving us 3 pointers like crazy, getting us yams like crazy. He be dunking on people. I'm like, what is happening? Obviously they're not
It's
gonna play.
time to start
Well, Aaron
talking
Holiday
about
might.
Jeff Green's longevity. You know,
Yeah, he on that LeBron type timing.
especially Curry. We really need to start talking about Curry's.
Yeah, Curry's crazy.
When did he get drafted in 2010?
hmm.
He got drafted in 2010, right? Curry.
Oh nine.
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
Clippers Nuggets up playing right now. Just started. Clippers got the first bucket.
Ooh, I definitely want to watch that.
Yeah, this is gonna be a fun one for sure. Um, yeah, let's go on to the next one then. Clippers versus OKC. This
Ooh.
is a fun matchup. I would love to watch a 7 game series of this.
A revenge. Now, I really want to pick the Clippers, but there's just that like part of my brain that just gets scared for Kawhi.
Yo, stop it. Stop
And then
it. You
I
stop
know
it.
I hate thinking like that, but it's like,
I can't.
and it's just like the Thunder have just been so good, but the Clippers ever since they got Kawhi back have been like just as good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this is low key like
You gonna say it?
I don't know.
I don't mind it. I don't
I
mind
feel like
it.
this is what I think. I think if the Clippers, this is gonna, I'm just gonna combine this with my Western Conference Finals winner too. Right? I think if the Clippers were to beat the Thunder and Kawhi stayed healthy, they'd beat the Lakers.
Yeah.
But I have the Thunder winning the series
Okay.
in 7,
Okay.
and I think the Lakers are gonna beat the Thunder.
Wow.
Now, now this
Wow.
is now this is now this is when things
Wow.
get like really serious, right? Because the reason why I don't think the Thunder will win, and the reason why I think the Clippers could win, is simply because they have never been there, right? You have the Rockets in the Western Conference Finals. I hope you don't have them in the finals because they're not ready to go to the finals, bro. Think about all these fresh teams
well,
that have
yep.
come up. Timberwolves, all these teams that come up that are really good, they make it to the Western Conference Finals and then they just lose to like someone like Luca, you know, or they lose to someone like LeBron or lose to all these like vets that
Curry.
have made it this far. Curry, like I feel like the NBA is just so vastly dependent on like if you've been here before. Clippers, their team's old, but they're tough. You know,
They're not
hard.
that. They got the two
I want to
players
see
are old.
Harden.
They're not that old. They got two old
I
players
low
that are the
key,
best, but they're not old.
they're not like a young team,
They're
bro. They're
not
not.
young. They're not. They're
They are.
experienced.
I feel like all of their like best players have at least been in the league for 5 years. Well, like Norman Powell, what is this? Like his 7th year,
About.
maybe 8th. He's been in the league
It's
for
been a
a
while.
pretty long
It's been a
time,
while. Yeah.
and he's probably like their what third best player. Wait, they don't have Zubac anymore. Who's their big man?
No, it is. It's Zubac.
They still have Zubac.
Yeah.
They still have
Yeah.
Zubac, right?
Yeah.
Zubac's been in the league for what 5 years, 6 maybe.
Around there.
Like all of their, like they know,
What's
like
wrong?
they've been around.
You need young players to win.
What do you want?
Oh, never mind. You're proving my. Okay, I thought you was like using it as against them, but you're actually like never mind.
I'm not saying that being young is bad. However, if you're not LeBron,
Yeah.
like
Well,
you're not like I feel like LeBron. That's like the only case of like a team. I guess the Warriors too, but they were together for like quite some time until they actually made the finals.
yeah.
Like this Rockets team is like so fresh, you know.
Well, you didn't even let me even do my predictions.
Thunder
You're
team
just
is
assuming
also-
what I got. That's crazy.
This Thunder team. I'm not assuming. I'm saying I hope you didn't pick the Rockets to win. I feel like you look at the Clippers.
Well, can I get?
But I don't know. Okay, so I got the Lakers. So I have the Lakers in OKC Western Conference Finals, and I got the Lakers and the Celtics in the finals.
And that's
Who doesn't want the Lakers and the Celtics?
bro,
I've been wanting to see that.
Bro,
For
you've
years.
been wanting this for 3 years, bro. It's not gonna happen.
I know, but now they have Luca, bro. It's so
Bro, their
feasible.
team's not ready yet. Their team's not ready yet. I promise you, their team's not ready yet.
With the Lakers.
Yes, they're not ready.
I don't know.
They don't have the pieces. They're not ready. They're not ready.
I think they do have pieces.
I said, well, all the. I don't think like they don't have enough. I'm saying they don't have enough. They don't.
Is it because of Jackson Hayes?
It's just their overall depth. Like I
think
don't
they
care
have
about
pretty
Gabe
good
Vincent
depth.
minutes, bro. Like I really don't.
I think they have pretty good depth.
Not
Like, it's not-
necessarily.
It's not bad. It's not like horrible. It's not like they got rid of a lot to get Luca.
They didn't.
You know, I mean, obviously they got rid of like one of their best players, but they had to do that. You know,
Well,
to get someone like
it's just I don't know. I just don't see a world the Lakers make
Like-
it, bro. I just don't see a
Also-
world.
you know who the Lakers X factor is. You want to know?
Rui.
No, Finney Smith.
Yes.
He was the
He torched
perfect.
the
Finney
Rockets.
Smith is the perfect piece. It's like he's the kind of player LeBron has been wanting for like 5 years. Not 5 years. For like 4 years.
He torched the Rockets the last time they played. Well, the last
He's
time,
that player.
last time
He's
I
that
watched.
like kind of like two-way player that they need. Wait, can you hear me, so?
Yeah.
Okay, because you're like frozen on my screen,
Mm.
but it's better now, I think. But he's that like two-way player that they needed. Someone who can play good defense, come off the bench, and also shoot. And he has chemistry with Luka already, you know?
Yeah, 100%. That was what I was thinking about when they got Luka, was that he went back with Dorian Finney-Smith.
Right, like that was fire. And JJ Redick is like actually a great coach.
Yeah, JJ Redick cooks. I mean, you can tell by his analysis on ESPN that he would be a really good coach. Like,
Right. So like I don't know, mix that with LeBron too. It's just hard. It's hard not to pick him. It's really hard not. It's really hard for me to.
well,
not
it was
pick him.
obviously easy for me to not pick them. So.
And then they also have Dalton Connect, who can also just
He
go
doesn't even
off, bro. He
play.
can just
He
start.
doesn't even
making-
play.
Huh?
He doesn't even play like that.
Bro, they're going to use him though. They're going to. I'm just saying. Even you're saying he doesn't play. That just goes to show that they have depth.
Yeah, I mean, you can say the
'Cause they
same thing with the
can't play
Rockets too, but.
Well, I know the Rockets have great depth. I never said they didn't have great
Well,
depth.
no, I was just.
I just don't.
I wasn't saying that.
I just don't think they're ready.
Mm-hmm.
And from what I've seen, Luca and LeBron mesh very well. Because LeBron, no matter how big of an ego he may have, he's so smart and he understands like, all right, Luca, do your thing. Like
Yeah.
he'll let him do his thing. You know, he even lets him take final shots.
Mhm.
You know, and we saw Luca miss a final shot, and then LeBron tapped it in, the
Yeah.
game winner right there. But
All
I
right.
feel like when it comes to that, that's the only thing that can like ruin the Lakers. The only thing that can really ruin the Lakers is defense. And that's something that the Thunder and the Clippers have for
A
sure
thousand
is
percent.
good defense.
A thousand
You know,
percent. Yeah. And they also got,
but they have good
Shea
defense.
and the
But
other side
then
is Kawhi.
right, and they're Shea and Kawhi. They're also amazing on offense,
Yeah.
and that's just something that the Lakers don't have. You
Mm-hmm.
know, but you know what I think is like with Luca and LeBron, that takes like such a massive load off of LeBron,
100%.
where he can like actually focus more on defense and not just like stand still, like how we've seen him do in previous years. You know,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I've seen it. I'm like the
I
games I've
know
been
he
watching
wants
with
to
those
win.
two, like he's been looking way better defensively.
I know that there's nothing in the world that LeBron wants more than winning this year at 40. You know, bro, what's that so bad? I don't know. It's that's why if the it's hard for me to count out the Warriors too, simply because of Steph and Jimmy, and we know what they do in the playoffs. I mean, we just saw what Jimmy did in the freaking play at it.
Yeah.
He already unlocked it. It was in the plan. And that's how he's gonna be playing, bro. Like, I don't know why you're not. You better be fucking worried, bro. As a Rockets fan, you better be worried.
I'm fine.
I would hate. I would hate to get the second seed and then have to play Curry.
I know
Like
that's
what?
unfortunate. It is unfortunate. So I was really hoping the Grizzlies was gonna win that game. You don't understand. I was really hoping the Grizzlies was gonna win. Um,
I would pick the Rockets over the Grizzlies
yeah,
for sure.
the Rockets definitely owned them this year too in the regular season. Um,
You guys are in the same division, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
But all right, I've done enough yet.
So I'm gonna just
I
make
said
it
my
quick.
piece.
I'm gonna just make it quick yeah. For the Clippers and Thunder, I'm I think the Clippers can win this because I am optimistic finally of Kawhi Leonard staying healthy and then James Harden being by his side. It's so hard to beat and then just the pieces around them. So I have them winning in 7.
That's gonna be like I really hope they play, and I really hope everyone stays healthy because that'll be
Yeah.
such a good series. I don't
Right.
think I said it, but I also have the Thunder in 7 too.
Okay. Yeah, you did
I think
say
I just said I
you
have the
did say
Thunder
you did
winning.
you did say Thunder at 7.
And then I have the Lakers not in 5, but in 6.
Okay. I have in the Clippers and Rockets series and 7.
Wait, what?
You got the Clippers.
Who?
Clippers.
See, I just like can't imagine a Clippers Rockets Western Conference Finals.
Why not?
I just don't see it.
Yo, James Harden returned to Houston in the playoffs. That would be
I mean,
absolute
yeah,
cinema.
but is that more cinema than Lakers Celtics Finals?
I don't know.
Luca's
I
revenge.
do think a
Luca's
Clippers
revenge.
I do think a Clippers
LeBron
Celtics
calling
finals would be
down
so good. I think a Clippers Celtics
LeBron
would be good.
Boston. Huh?
Clippers
Clippers
Celtics would be
Celtics is nowhere near as cinema as Lakers
Bro,
Celtics. They have
we
that
get to see the Intuit
brand.
Dome for the first year in the finals. The wall's gonna go crazy.
Brand not I mean, it's not just player rivalry, bro. This is generational LA versus Boston rivalry. And then you have LeBron, who people call the greatest player of all time, on one of the greatest franchises of all time, with Luca, who just played against the Celtics last year and lost. Now with LeBron coming back for revenge
Bro, their
against the
team just
team
has
that
so
everyone
many
lost to that team.
holes. They have so many holes. That's why I don't
Yeah.
pick that I'm gonna go far. They just have so many holes, especially defensively. It's just so tough.
But you know what? I'm biased.
I thought you
That's
would
why I
pick
have the Lakers
OKC.
winning the finals. That's why I have the Lakers winning the finals.
How you gonna pick OKC last year and not pick them to go this year? It's crazy.
I didn't pick them to win the finals last year, did
You
I?
picked them to go.
Did I?
Yeah. Who else? Who'd you pick to go?
The Lakers.
No, I don't think so.
I don't see myself not picking the Lakers.
I thought you picked the Thunder.
I'd have to check. I mean, we have the video on you.
Yeah, we do. Also, I think I had the screenshot when you sent me the your predictions. I think. Let's not look.
Oh yeah, okay, bet.
I'll look for that after. But yeah, who do you have? Who you have? You have the Lakers winning. You just love.
I don't think the Celtics are gonna go back to back. I don't think they're gonna go back to back, bro. I don't think they're gonna go back to back.
Well, the thing is,
That's the
I
only
also
reason.
picked the West team. I picked the Clippers to win in 7.
I definitely think I think someone in the West is gonna end up winning this year. I think the Celtics are gonna go to the finals, but I don't think they're gonna win.
Yeah.
I think teams are gonna be able to figure it out about what they do. Yeah.
Basically, we picked an LA team to win.
True.
So
we have the same winner.
Basically, in a way, except mine's in Inglewood, California. You're actually in Los Angeles.
I mean, they're both. Oh, yeah, that's true.
Oh man.
What do you think about the Clippers new logo?
What? What was that?
What do you think about the Clippers new logo?
It's cool. I like their jerseys more than their logo. The jerseys are fire. But other than that, I don't really care for the logo. I mean, like,
You know the Clippers winning the finals.
I do. Their first ever. The first ever.
James Harden's gonna get his first ring.
That's the last part of the bias, I guess. Also, I'm also like obviously a big fan of Kawhi. I've always been a big fan of Kawhi, and he's healthy for the first time. Like, I really hope that he just maintains that healthiness for at least 28 games.
Right.
As Christian Brown goes for a breakaway dunk to cut the lead to 8. Well, to cut the deficit to 8. Clippers are up 29-21 with 3 minutes left in the first.
He was another X factor for your fantasy team.
Yeah, Christian Brown. Yeah, I knew I wanted to pick him up too, though. Like in the fantasy draft, like
I was going. It's crazy. I was gonna pick him up that same week you picked him up.
Yeah.
He did that a lot to me. It made me very
We got the
upset.
same. We got the same mind, bro. We got the same mind.
No, we definitely don't. Because I would never have picked Tari Eason, but he was not that tough.
He was tough for a while for father, but he got injured. That's why he got set back.
I know. Then you picked him up again. You kept him just because he's other Rockets.
Yeah,
You know you
basically.
did.
There was no one else there. Might as well keep a Rocket on my team. Also, Fred's been doing super bad since his injury, so hopefully he picks it up.
Sengun, bro.
Huh?
I tried to give you Sengun. I tried to give you Sengun.
For what?
For Ahmed.
Yeah. I mean, I'm excited for these playoffs. This is like the most excited I've been. A, because the Rockets are in, but B, because I just love, like, I think every series basically is gonna be super fun to watch.
Not the Celtics and Magic.
Well, I think that's like really the only one, and probably even the Cavs and Heat, because I don't really care about either of those teams like that. But every other match is gonna be fun, and it's just gonna get even better as as the series goes on.
I also don't care about the Pacers. I'm not gonna lie.
Really, dang.
Yeah,
He's just a Tyrese hater.
I've never liked them. I'm definitely not a Tyrese hater. I don't hate anybody. I don't know these people. I don't know if I hate.
But do you have anything else? I don't really. I mean, I think I just want to try to watch this more intently because I feel like I just missed out on the other games.
Well, it's game one. You're fine, bro. You're fine.
Man, I'm still a game watcher.
Wait, who won the Pacers won, right?
Yeah, the Pacers still won. Yeah, it was about like
What was the
15 or
final
so.
score?
I don't remember. It was like one. It was like 1 teens to 90 something. They could have brought it back, but I didn't see it fully.
I see.
Well, yeah, 117-98. Yeah, then after this Clippers Nuggets game is gonna be the Lakers and Timberwolves. Actually, psych, it's gonna be the Knicks and Pistons, and then the Timberwolves Lakers. What is that?
It's a bleach cup.
Nice,
Mom got it for me.
nice.
Or maybe Dad got this one. Mom got me the Morphle one. I think. Yeah. I think Mom got me the one that has like Spider-Man, Iron Man, and Black Panther on it.
Yeah,
that one's on my dorm.
nice.
That was this one here. But yeah, the Lakers
Can't believe
coming
it.
back. LeBron's gonna get his next
It's
ring.
his 5th ring.
LeBron's gonna get Bronny a ring.
He's gonna spoon feed him a ring. He's like, use this on your resume, son.
Exactly. And no one can hold that against him.
Nope.
You know, he was on the practice squad.
Exactly.
He helps him.
He gets PT. He gets PT.
I mean, not really.
Yeah, I know. Well, when it's a blowout.
Yeah, either way.
Yeah.
That'd be funny if Bronny just like started. Imagine Bronny. Imagine like Bronny was just super tough, right? And like he's been like downplaying his abilities, right? They make it to the finals. Game 2, start Bronny. He drops 50.
There's no way.
How are they gonna game plan for that? How are they gonna game plan for that?
He's not dropping 50.
What are they gonna do?
He's not dropping
They
50.
can't game plan that fast. And then the Celtics would lose a home game.
You're funny, bro.
And then what do they do then? Then now Bronny can play to his full potential. He doesn't have to hide anymore. You know what I mean?
Okay.
This is an NBA fan fiction.
Yeah, sounds it. All right.
That's why Bronny downplayed himself in college too, just so the Lakers could get him. You know? He's actually way better than when he performed. You know, he just downplayed.
Yeah.
On purpose.
Yeah. For sure.
Because LeBron's not gonna give Bronny a ring. Bronny's gonna give LeBron his ring.
If that were
so
to ever
LeBron
happen,
can
bro,
retire.
that'd be crazy.
Bronny's gonna get Finals MVP. The world is not ready for it yet. I'm telling you,
the world would have the dream to let that happen. So that's all I know.
But that would be cinema, though, right? You know that would be cinema.
I mean, you can make any type of story like that up with anyone, bro.
Do one with the Rockets.
I was gonna do one. I could do one with the Clippers.
See if it's better. No way, it's better than that.
Ben Simmons revenge tour, baby. He goes up for 30-point triple doubles, going crazy, shooting 3-pointers, step backs, going crazy, bro.
In no world is that better.
He's hiding that ability.
In no world is that better.
How?
We're talking about LeBron.
We're talking about the person who got shamed out of Philadelphia. And it continues.
Bro, he's been shamed out of Philadelphia. No one cares about that anymore.
Okay, bro. I'm just saying that anyone could do that. It doesn't. I didn't say that it had to be exactly like the Brownie thing, because obviously it's LA.
LeBron and Bronny are already making a movie.
All right,
with a father playing with a son. That's already crazy.
Yeah, it is.
Now we have that son come out and get Finals MVP and get his dad his final ring, and
it's just not gonna happen. I'm just saying, both things are unrealistic.
And then Bronny becomes the new GOAT. Bronny becomes a new
anything, bro.
The Bronny Luka duo for the next 10 years.
I can't wait for the Lakers never.
And they go and win 11 rings like Bill Russell. That's crazy.
I can't wait for LeBron not to win another ring, especially after this year. All right, y'all.
If Curry wins this year, does he belong in the GOAT debate?
No. Wait, who?
Yeah. If Curry wins this year, does he belong in the GOAT debate?
I think he'll be in like the top 5.
If Curry wins the Finals MVP this year, is he better than Kobe Bryant?
Who? Probably.
If Curry wins Finals MVP this year and Jimmy Butler, for some reason, doesn't play in the finals, is he the GOAT?
No. No, he wouldn't be the GOAT.
I don't know, bro. That's kind of crazy.
There's still only 2 people in that conversation of the GOAT. For a lot of
If
people.
Curry wins Finals MVP back to back this year and next year, does he belong in the GOAT debate?
It's not gonna happen.
What does he have to do?
We got to
What
win
does he
the
have to
first
do,
ring
man?
first. I said we got to win the first ring first to talk about that.
I want to see. I low key want to see Curry play the Celtics again. Spank him. Be the Celtics kryptonite, bro.
I'm surprised you're not using your Boston hate this year. You actually made them go to the finals. Look at you go.
I didn't have them go to the finals last year.
No, I think you picked the Sixers. It was Lakers Sixers.
No way.
It was.
Oh, you're right. I told you I didn't have the Thunder in the finals.
Yeah, I remember now. Yeah, it was Lakers Sixers.
That's disgusting. What happened to the Sixers? Did Embiid get hurt in the playoffs?
I believe so.
That's just unfortunate.
Yeah.
I mean, the Sixers were so tough, though. I don't know.
Did they have a good year for sure? That was it's just wild to think about that. I forgot who I had. I think I had
Tyrese Maxey is my guy. That's my guy for real. I love Tyrese Maxey.
I think I had Celtics.
Nuggets?
It might have been Celtics Nuggets, and I picked the Nuggets to win. I think. I don't think I picked this. I'm not sure. I don't remember exactly. I could also look at it. I think I sent it to you as well. But anyways, I think we should wrap it up here. Good a little bit of runtime. You know what I'm saying? It's perfect runtime. So I hope y'all enjoyed the video, the podcast. It's been a while. Hopefully we can continue to do this on a weekly basis. We're winding down, going into summertime. It's gonna be a fun time. NBA playoffs is back. You got anything else you want to say?
Lakers in 5.
Lakers in 5, except in the finals.
Yeah, right. and against the Thunder. That's 6.
If y'all want to leave a like, comment, share, be very greatly appreciated. And until next time, peace!